All right, everybody, this will be warning to all politicians. I am running for president 2024, part 82, I believe. So just to carry on with the theme of part 81 there about this life of illusion and disinformation by politicians and all sorts of people. Everybody's got their agenda. They're fighting for, pushing for stuff, and it just seems like it's a very strange time in America. You have, the China flu, and playing politics with that. A lot of disinformation with that, which is really shameful. Again, I'm an independent and everything, but just watching as sort of like a bystander with the whole China flu thing. Any decision Trump made, they were automatically on the opposite side of it, and he's not doing enough. He's going overboard. It doesn't matter what it is to deal with, foreign policy, whatever it is. It's just constant attacks from the left, and them supporting, defunding police and all this and everything. See, some more information came out on George Floyd. Some more of the footage clearly showing he was not cooperative, and as a career criminal, he knew all the things to say. Clearly he didn't want to get out of the vehicle, and means he was high as a kite on fentanyl and methamphetamine, and being a career criminal. If he had drugs on him, he knew clearly he had to get him out of the car or off his possession. And there's another video from the surveillance thing. You can see when they're first walking him away from the vehicle, there's a package. It looks like a little white package of something that is thrown on the ground or falls on the ground while they're walking him towards the building. Whether or not that was some methamphetamine or fentanyl or whatever it was coming off his person, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait for the rest of the story, just like we had to wait for this body cam footage. Don't know if he ever had a history of being claustrophobic or anything like that, but apparently, if you're a career criminal and all this, and you're going to say and do, all the things to say and do. What the officers can and can't do. If you're claiming medical condition, all this, they're required to call for medical assistance and maybe take you to the hospital instead of jail, etc., etc. He was doing whatever he could not to be taken to jail. So, and whether he had a heart attack, you could hear one of the people he was with telling him to calm down. He was going to have a heart attack. Whether he had a heart problem or whatever to begin with, if that's what he died from, actually, I guess we don't know now. He's buried. Had 2 autopsies. One said, the knee to the neck did not kill him. The other one was a paid autopsy, of course, said that is what killed him. So it'll be interesting when it goes to trial, and we'll see if we have to go through all this again, because no one knows other than the officer how much pressure he was putting on his neck. Surely if you put a lot of pressure on somebody's neck like that, then you could probably cause some sort of trauma, or make it hard for them to breathe. If he was just kneeling, keeping his knee towards the back of his neck to just enough pressure to keep him down, then probably not. And of course, any criminals going to, especially when they know there's cameras there, scream bloody murder at every touch that the officer does to him. that, you know, they're hurting them and this and that and all kinds of stuff. So it remains to be seen when it goes to trial. You know, just like that Ferguson incident. You know, the first reports were, you know, oh, well, the cop just shot him down, and, you know, for no reason, cold-blooded murder, etc., whatever. You know, they didn't even release the video showing, you know, the Obama administration told them not to release the video showing that kid robbing that store and pushing that clerk around. So you see, they play politics with everything. They don't care about the ramifications. They don't see things that way. They see things for their own benefit. They don't see things what's good or bad for the country. They see things for their own benefit and how they can manipulate things. So same with this virus, this flu, this China flu. It's been all about what they can use for their own political purposes. So that's why I say you really got to be careful. You know, a lot of snake oil salesmen within politics, religion, you name it. This life is an illusion. It's the next life, and our relationship with our Creator that matters for us all. And this just says in the Quran, and Jesus spoke about, is, you know, is a distraction. And you know, whether it's what you try to achieve in this life and everything is really vanity for most things. Like, you know, the Messiah said about storing up wealth on this life. You know, it's better to store wealth in the kingdom of heaven, and because you take nothing with you from this life. So when the Quran says you take nothing but your deeds. So people busy themselves with all kinds of things. And when he was talking about wealth and stuff, it's not just how you make your wealth, it's what you do with your wealth, and how much of your life you devote to making wealth over having a spiritual life, etc. So won't get too much more into religion. I'm just saying that's part of the illusion of this life. And so people's attention and what life is about and everything like that is diverted. You know, distracted by the things of this world, which the Quran refers to, you know, as the netherworld. Plenty of scriptures from plenty of religions talk about this temporal life and the things we get caught up in this temporal life, power and wealth and etc. Instead of looking towards the hereafter, the next life. So anyway, you can see it's a rainy morning here in New Jersey, which is kind of nice. Cooled it off, cut the humidity, and but you see everybody's starting to pull out, which I'm going to do here in a moment, and hopefully get my drops off here. I have 2 drops. Neither one of them answered the phone when I called to try and make an appointment. So I left voicemail messages, so hopefully I'm able to get the stops off with no problem. So, but anyhow, you know, like I said, you want to buy a pet rock? How about some sea monkeys? How about how gullible is your mind? Do you think things are suspicious going on? I mean, it's convenient we have all these demonstrations and stuff, and you look and you say, don't these people have jobs in this now? Oh, no, conveniently. everything's shut down, and it's like, well, how are they paying? Well, conveniently, everyone's getting extra money to pay their bills and stuff and everything. And what's really being hurt here is a lot of independent small business owners. Because you look at the corporations, Walmart, Home Depot, McDonald's, all these people, they're still open for business. But if you own a hair salon, any other type of small business, a little restaurant, what have you, you know, nope. You can't do anything to make any money. If you want to go to church or any kind of religious services, they're going to come after you. Anything else, but you can go demonstrate in the street. They're not out there to the homeless encampments with medical teams cleaning those things up and keeping the spread of this virus, because you gotta at least have enough common sense to know disease and virus or whatever. If it's going to spread, it's definitely going to go through those ranks quickly. Of those living on the streets, close communication and close contact, and drug users and this and that, and unsanitary conditions. So it's just very suspicious how everything's been handled. How they're even using this China flu to go after political enemies. They'll let the anarchists run in the streets, violate all the social distancing and having masks and all this and everything like that. But they've arrested, people for going to the beach or going to church. What have you. It's really ass backwards, and it has to make you wonder what the hell is going on. And honestly, if things ever come to light, these politicians and leaders of these groups and stuff have done things on purpose to use this virus and these brutality incidents with the police. If they falsified, covered up information, whatever, to make things more extreme, to give them more political advantage. If they flat out lied about the facts, etc. like this, they all ought to be brought up on charges. And especially if anything they did caused a lot of these types of violence and stuff. You look at all the officers who've been injured at these riots, quote unquote peaceful protesters. Officers have been getting injured, and federal agents been getting injured. You look at the games they played. Oh, Trump's sending in his stormtroopers, blah blah blah, all this, and federal troops. And this, no, they were federal marshals. They were law enforcement officers. Bill Barr kind of put it in their faces there a little bit when they had his burning at the stake, or I'm sorry, hearing. Just a lot of very weird things going on, and I think the politicians are really out of touch. They're just, and you got the talking heads, and that's another thing. It's not just the talking heads in the news that need to be held responsible, but they all have producers. They have people sitting here. This is the way the story is going to go. This is what we're putting together. And a lot of these things aren't really like news stories, just, hey, a question, we're going to go on this. They're like little mini productions, little mini movies, little mini documentaries when they're pushing the, whether it has to do with China flu and they're asking Hispanics, oh, we don't have access to medical, this and that, and that's why more of us are dying, and no one's following up on fact checking and asking, what do you mean you don't have access to medical? You go to any hospital in this country, what do you mean you don't have access to medical? Oh, you mean you want free medical stuff? See, look at all the lies. You look, even Obamacare. Oh, you keep your doctor, your rates aren't going to go up, this and that and everything. Everything about my medical plan changed, including my premiums. Went from was paying over $400 a month to cover my son and myself, up to over $800 a month to cover my son and myself. And then I got to listen to some Yahoo talk about, oh, he got a friend. Obamacare is good. He got a friend who got this operation for free and all this and that. And it's like, no, you can get it for free. What the hell are you talking about? That's the thing. They want this socialism and stuff and everything. And half the idiots that, are pushing that have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Absolutely no idea what they are talking about. And it's about power and control. Some of them know that, and it's just they're so filled with hatred. And then there's the other dummies who think it's just going to be some kind of utopia. But we'll get into the difference between capitalism, socialism, and stuff on another one here. And I'm going to get going and go play in the traffic and see if I get this stuff off. Anyway, just wanted to touch up on that. And you all have a fine day. And if you're out on the roads, be careful. And wish you all the best out there. God bless. Adios.